Hello, travelers. How is everyone? I hope you are doing okay. First thing, I would like to make an announcement. Paul Rubens, whose alter ego was Pee Wee Herman, has just died at 70 years old. I didn't know he was 70, but I absolutely love Pee Wee Herman. I'm very sad about it. He had cancer and he suffered from cancer all these years. I followed him on Twitter and I wondered why, or X, I wondered why I hadn't seen any new posts on his timeline. And perhaps that was because he wasn't feeling well and he was sick. I'm very sad about that today, even though I'm smiling. I smile because he brought lots of laughter and joy to people. That's if you liked his character. And I'm sad about that. Um, the second thing I would like to explain to you about my stroke and speaking. As you can tell, my speech is somewhat halted and I suffer from expressive aphasia, which means that I sometimes cannot find the words, and so I have to try to make up for the words I can't remember or don't say. And the second thing is I find myself pausing. So from that, my speech has to slow down quite a bit. And so this is going to be a somewhat long video because I'm literally reading on the fly. When I pull the cards, I don't know what the story is going to be about. So I have to combine the expressive aphasia with long pauses to tell the story. Anyway, I have not had a chance to bring you the full moon in Aquarius moon update, so I have some things written down. It is in Aquarius, the full moon, and it is a supermoon. Its opposition is Leo, and the higher expression of Leo is being loving, big-hearted, romantic, loyal, and serving as a leader. The lower expression can involve being overly dramatic, attention-seeking, prideful, and self-centered. The higher expression of Aquarius includes being independent, inventive, humanistic, social, tolerant, and intuitive. But the lower expression of Aquarius could mean feeling responsible for everyone and everything, being rebellious, eccentric, and stubborn. The best way I know how to find a balance between the two axes is by finding ways of expressing our unique needs from a heart-centered place, that would be Leo, in a way that serves the greater good or humanity, that would be Aquarius. Now, at this time, the full moon is in opposition to Jupiter. Jupiter, he is making a square. It is in opposition to the sun and the moon, and that creates a focal planet. And these are always important. Jupiter is the light-hearted planet, the planet of happiness, abundance, expansion. But with the current T-square, they are all happening in fixed signs. Jupiter is located in Taurus, the Sun is in Leo, and the Moon is in Aquarius. That is called a fixed T-square. This can lead to a great deal of frustration because the T-square is telling you something has to change, but because it is in fixed energy, you want to dig your heels in. It mostly can deal with you digging your heels in as it relates to morals and religious beliefs or ethical beliefs. This is Jupiter. And this can lead to being self-righteous, But it is, since it is an expanding energy, Jupiter, this can, and you have that pressure where you want to dig your heels in, this can lead to feeling irritated and frustrated, pulled in two directions at the same time, taking impulsive actions just to get rid of the frustrated energy. Jupiter can cause you to overdo things, so this could lead to illness and accidents, and you might be feeling frozen or stuck in some way, not knowing what to do. The best way to handle that energy, hopefully, is to maybe use humor to diffuse the situation or try to reframe it in a positive way. Now, you don't want to be too positive or too negative because there is also a Saturn opposition to the full moon. It is opposing Mercury, Venus, retrograde, and Mars. Where Jupiter wants you to expand and to go, Saturn wishes you to slow down. It restricts your boundaries. Jupiter makes it wide open. So being optimistic may help, but with Mercury-Saturn opposition, you could fall into pessimistic thinking. This opposition of Mercury and Saturn there is a possibility of increased arguments, especially over boundaries or limits. You also have Saturn in opposition to the Mercury, Mars, and so this could be a serious tone to the way we are thinking and our actions. And this could all be revolving around our relationships or finances. So you can feel hypersensitive, especially to perceived criticism, and unable to express what you really mean or feel, and our actions feeling like our actions are blocked in some way. Remember, particularly with Venus retrograde, is in retrograde, so you should revise, rework, rethink, review your thoughts and actions, particularly if it comes to finances and our relationships. But there's also a square between Venus and Uranus. We may not see eye to eye on things, and unexpected events can show up. Remember, Uranus is a planet of unexpected happenings. So if it happens during a relationship or with your finances, it can make you feel like your freedom or individuality is being challenged. Now, there's one other aspect. We have a yod, which is two planets pointing at a third planet. This is referred to as the finger of God. So Venus is really being highlighted here. We have squares to it. We have a fixed T square, and we also have a yod pointing at Venus, and it's in retrograde. So you are being asked to take a deeper dive into what you consider precious to you, resources. Remember what I said about Venus is who is more important, or what is more important than money or gold. That's how you value systems. So perhaps you should do a deeper dive in finding balance and harmony around surrounding your possessions or resources, what those mean to you. Now remember that I told you there was a Pluto square to the north and south node. Those happened on the 22nd of July, the 25th, and the 28th, and they were exact. And I said to you, you may find yourself in a situation or in a relationship that comes to an end or needs to come to an end. You must be courageous to try to break away from it if it is bad or negative. And remember that I said in the last moon that I wrote on my Substack, in the last moon update, that there can be lots of drama associated with that. Try to find the higher expression of Pluto and use your personal power to express what you need in a healthy and mature way. Don't emotions will be heightened, so try not to fight or be manipulative. Those are all expressions of lower expressions of Pluto. And finally, I think I remembered that I said in my last moon update, Venus is a very rare and in retrograde. It only happens every 18 months or something like that. I can't remember. But because it is traveling through Leo, that means because Leo is generous, loyal, giving, but also the negative side is that people can be prideful, attention seeking, drama seeking. So make sure that you try to open your heart and let go of any ego attachments. That is the best way to handle this really fraught astrological time. So now I have my cards and I can shuffle a little bit. I have with me the Radiant White deck. I'm trying to find a place to put this down. I have with me the Radiant White deck, the Levita Sibyllus, and we will use a golden Nostradamus to wrap the reading up. Of course, you need to remember that 3 days before a full moon or 3 days after a full moon, you need to stop and review your decisions before you do anything. So 3 days prior to today and 3 days after, if you have to make any changes, if you have to make any major decisions, it is best to wait because emotions are super heightened. So stop, review, rework, revise, rethink, and then reassess, and then try to make a determination about the best way to go forward. And it may even seem like you are going backwards, but sometimes you have to take 2 steps backward for every 1 step forward. And so I'm going to turn the camera around, and with my meager shuffling skills, I'm going to try to bring you an open reading. So if you will just bear with me, I don't know, half the deck is upside down. Yes. Well, we'll have to go with it. And I'm going to shuffle. I've been working on that with my PT. I'm now getting physical therapy at home. Hannah goes back to school. She will be finishing her last prerequisite for the nursing program. And she is not going to have time to what the hell? She is not going to have time to take me any place. I will have to turn the cards upside down, right side up, because I don't have time to fix it. Okay, here we go. 9 cards down. Let me cut the deck. The Ace of Swords. The 2 of Wands. Look at that. Making a decision about something. The Tower. There's our Uranian energy. The reverse Queen of Wands, and I'm gonna have to turn her right side up because I don't read reverse cards. The 10 of Swords, the 8 of Cups. Man, that just went from sugar to shit. That's quite interesting. The reverse 3 of Wands. The reverse 5 of Swords. This looks ugly. And the Devil. Okay. What is the overall energy? It's the Ace of Cups. Let's start there. The Ace of Cups is really talking about the emotions. How do you feel about something? It can definitely mean something new coming into your life, but it's just, how does that make you feel? That's really it. A fresh emotional start. You could be crying about a situation. It can be a release of something. Or it can be something quite freeing. Let's put it that way. I have 2 aces not necessarily in the spread itself, but two aces indicate a marriage or a partnership. So whenever I see the Ace of Cups coming in, it can mean a new business partner, uh, a new love interest, uh, a new some kind of partnership. But the Ace of Swords is new ideas, new communications, because you have this symbol of the ring on top of a sword there, that in the olden times represented a proposal. It can be any kind of proposal, a marriage proposal, a business proposal, a proposal. But it is also a sword, meaning it is the excessive degree of everything. You could be worried about something. This as if definitely swords are thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, communications. Wands are actions, your desire. What does it take for you to get up every day and do what you do? Cups, I already said, is emotions. But then we have the spiritual lessons of our major arcana. So across this way, what I said was, when I put those two cards down, this was a decision about some kind of offer or proposal. But the two always says that it is a choice, a decision, an option, a duality, an opposition. Whether you are opposed within yourself about something or someone is actively opposing you. Remember, I said to you in the beginning, this represents the planet of Uranus. This is surprise and unexpected events. But kind of like the cool thing is when the tower comes falling down, you are left with a clear open field to build anything that you want. So to me, what it says is something unexpected happened. Now, I don't know if this is this reverse Queen of Wands, if this is something that she caused or something that has happened to her. The Queen of Wands is a fire sign. Most Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. She could be any one of those signs. Also, she is known as entrepreneurial, a business owner. She worked for herself. She's got a lot of fire irons in the fire. She's beautiful. She's sexy. She's flirty. But she is reversed underneath this Ace of Wands. This is past, present, future. Past, present, future interplay of the cards. So I'm thinking this queen had a decision or something that kind of thought, and she reversed herself. It's the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands upright talks about partnership as well with someone, making a decision to move forward. Before it was a 3, it was a 2. And he is looking back at this one, at this sword, Ace of Swords. But now, the 3 It's reversed. So that means she either changed her mind or someone has changed their mind about this Queen of Wands. Because we have the 10. Right after the Ace is the 10 of Swords. This is a card of overkill. You don't need 2 swords or 10 swords to kill somebody. A 1 well-placed sword will do the trick. Stabbed in the back. This says that an ambush situation, like maybe somebody sneak attacked her. Somebody said something that hurt your feelings really bad. It could be travel around water, over water, or near water. But it warns that if this card appears, be careful of betrayal and treachery. Here is our 8 of Cups. Now, this is the only eclipsed moon in the deck. And this says that this situation needs something more in order for you to stay. Okay? Usually this represents 8 months. And what always strikes me the most about this card is that the person leaves in the middle of the night with just the clothes on his back. He takes nothing with him. More than likely, this is a feeling that you need something more in your life to make you feel fulfilled or happy. And the situation is just that if it's not doing that for you, the best situation is to walk away and leave it. Don't place any more energy in it. But I dare say somebody comes back. That's another thing I'm going to tell you now. I explained to you the 3 of Wands reverse. This person is looking back on something, some decision, or look, she has 3 wands with him. And there are 3 wands there. This is a wand that she is holding, and there are the 2 wands again. I don't know if you see that. But now we have come to the 5 of wands. I mean the 5 of swords. And I don't have any repeater numbers. There was a fight. A big fight. And crosswords were had. There is something else that this card is trying to tell me. So I don't know if this is happening to you right now, if it started last month, or if it will continue into the future. This is most definitely a warning. It speaks about obstructive energies hindering your progress, impending arguments, emotional upheavals, and unrest. Be aware of self-esteem issues and do not allow others' insecurities or fears to immobilize you. It tells of fear and defeat with low self-esteem and degradation. A message that a close relationship will undergo serious major changes. and might even end. I say out of the blue, it happened. It tells of a hollow victory, meaning you may have won, but it's an empty win, an empty win. Lasting damage is done in the form of betrayal, dishonesty, and trickery. It may be that the person involved or causing this issue is too powerful to be challenged. It says you can be antagonized by a rival adversary, and rumors spread about you to your family and friends. You are asked to remain strong and not feel pity for this adversary, as it may be interpreted as weakness on your behalf. It indicates ties broken or severed. It foretells of losing something of importance by theft, unfair decision, or bad choices. Defeat. It says that if you are suspicious, to be suspicious when this card appears. Remember, I said an ambush situation. Further obstacles and distress, deception, lies, untruths, malicious gossip in regard to a personal issue or relationship. That you may be unfairly judged by others. Yes. Now this is about power and control. And also it is Saturn. Remember, I said at the beginning of the video, Saturn wants you to slow down. It speaks about limits. It's about containing something in a wall, like that. I said that I have a feeling that this person is going to stay or stick around after all this is said and done. This person won't leave. So if this is a rival or an enemy, it's like she is swearing revenge on you and she won't leave the scene. If this is a love interest, this person won't leave no matter what is said or done, because she has fear that you are too powerful or that the other person is too powerful. That's what this card means. Look, there's two people chained to the base of the devil. This is about commitments. But this is a commitment in which it is negative and harmful. This can be somebody putting you down or calling you bad names, even abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse. The person is on a power trip. Even here. See, yes, I'm going to leave, but I think I'm going to return. Unexpected events that throws you upside down, but you're too scared to leave the situation. Sometimes this is Venus and Venus retrograde and the Pluto energy, where you need to develop a healthy, mature way to leave the situation or to express your needs. Is a person or the situation, is it of value to you? Are you treated well or are you disrespected? These things are going to come up for you, someone out there, pretty soon. See, she may be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius, but this could be in a work situation. We can all embody the kings and queens of a different suit. It just means, or it could be that you're mad as hell. But this way, she loses her power. She has lost her power. And so I'm going to see if I can get any other messages out of the cards. I'm looking at the Ace of Swords next to the what am I doing? The Ace of Swords next to the Two of Wands is what I'm trying to say. I don't know where I am in the book. Here we go. No, nothing there. The Eight of Cups and the Three of Wands. Let me see. Nothing about the Three of Wands, and now I'm doing the Eight of Cups. I get no additional messages out of it. The Ten of Swords and the Five of Swords. I just gave you the Five of Swords with the Devil. It is indicative next to the Devil. It is indicative of careless spending, unwise investments, and financial hardships and distress. Remember, I said this could be a business proposal. It's like somebody new may have come in, but now they told you the deal is off, they are bankrupt, whatever the case may be. It's an unexpected event. But the Five of Swords next to the Devil in a reading is indicative of careless spending, unwise investments, careless spending, hardship, and distress. This could be something crashing down, like the stock market. And then we look at the Ten of Swords. Is a warning about someone who wants control over another for their own gain, just like this character. I really feel that the Devil is saying, I'm not going to leave this situation. It is too hard, or he's a block. It's blocking you from leaving. Whatever that means. And now I do my cards. I don't know which way they're, and I have to I'm going to pull just 3 cards, and what I want to know is, what is this treachery, deceit, lies all about? There's Jupiter, Fortuna, but she maybe this is a chance for you to really see someone or the situation for what it really is. She is not blindfolded. So you are steering your own destiny. Usually Fortuna is blindfold, which says that other people are steering your destiny without knowing it. But she is not blindfold. It's karmic, it's a karmic card. La Costanza, which is the act of perseverance, or something that can take a long time. the mercante. This person is a business person. The only thing about this particular card is he has no real what's the word, character attributes about him, except that it says that he is a business person, someone who worked his way up, not born with a silver spoon in his mouth, but somebody who has clawed his way to the top. So I'm kind of perplexed by the 3 cards, because it says it is karma and you have waited long enough, or it's taken a long time. But this guy, the mercante, is very, I think, stubborn. He is, the feeling coming off the card is this is not somebody who is going to budge easily. Yes, let me see if he has any negative. Now, if he is in his negative aspect, this can be somebody who has you under contract and you can't get out from under it. He makes you physically subjugated to him. It is a job offer, or it means one's work. He can be a boss. He can be a businessman. He's very, very, very skilled at making a sale or selling a product. But if he is in his negative, he can be a con man, a tyrannical boss, or businessman, not to be trusted. He lacks common sense to make good business decisions. A fierce competitor. He will lie and steal to get your clients. It also means a terrible work environment. In love, the card does not change from the upright position, except an element of danger is added. This person is cruel, ruthless, and brutal. It can indicate slavery, unwillingness, and bondage. Can even include a pimp, a criminal, or someone who grooms women and or men and forces his victims into prostitution. Now, you might not be thinking on the street like that, but there are ways when you can sell yourself out. That goes back to the Venus retrograde, where you really need to stop and think who or what is more important than money or gold. And now I do my Golden Nostradamus. I just told you this was going to be long, and I'm sorry. Number 14, the treasure. It says called the treasure. The coffer. Often richness goes to people who can't understand their value. This card predicts earnings, treasures, sound investments, business deal will be favored or gathered, the fruits of seeds sown in the past. So this goes back to these 3 cards, because the positive part about the devil, okay, is that He provides structure, rules, boundaries. It may seem like this is a very bad reading, but the devil can be your safety net. What are you committed to? You have to roll up your sleeves and do the hard work. I still say that this person, someone is reneging. It could be bad business deal, bad relationship. It's all a Venus situation, mostly. But remember, you gotta figure out how to work it in your favor. What the best thing to do in your favor so that you can end up with some kind of safety. I hope that made sense. And so until next time, I will see you later. Bye. Oh, crap. I don't have my mouse. Bye.